For thousands of years, human beings have asked a question that refuses to go away. Do we truly control our lives, or are we simply following a path that has already been decided? The idea that our choices might be an illusion is both fascinating and terrifying. It challenges our sense of identity, our beliefs about responsibility, and even the meaning of existence itself. Today, with the rise of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and powerful computers, this ancient question has become more relevant than ever. But to understand it, we must first travel back to the past, where some of the earliest stories about fate and destiny were born. One of the most disturbing examples comes from ancient Greek mythology. According to legend, King Laius of Thebes received a prophecy that his own son would grow up to kill him and marry his wife. This prophecy was so terrifying that Laius chose to act against his own child. When the baby was born, he ordered the infant to be abandoned in the wilderness, believing that by removing the child, he could escape the future. However, the child survived. A kind couple found the baby and raised him as their own, giving him the name Oedipus. Years later, when Oedipus learned about this prophecy, he believed it referred to the parents who had raised him. Determined to protect them, he left his home and wandered the world, convinced that he was escaping his fate. Yet, during his journey, he encountered a stranger on the road. An argument broke out, and in a moment of rage, Oedipus killed the man. Eventually, he reached Thebes, solved a deadly riddle that had plagued the city, became a hero, and married the queen. Only later did he discover the horrifying truth. The man he killed was his real father, and the woman he married was his own mother. In trying to escape destiny, he had fulfilled it. This tragic story raises a powerful and uncomfortable question. Are we truly free, or are our attempts to escape the future the very actions that bring it into existence? Today, most people believe in free will. We think we choose our careers, our relationships, and our paths in life. We feel responsible for our successes and failures. However, the philosophical concept of determinism challenges this belief. Determinism suggests that every event in the universe, including human decisions, is the result of previous events. In this view, nothing happens without a cause. Every thought, every action, and every emotion arises from a chain of influences stretching back through time. When you make a decision, it feels like a free choice, and that decision may be shaped by your genetics, your environment, your experiences, and the countless events that shaped your brain long before you were aware of them. To understand this, consider a simple example. Imagine a ball flying toward you. The ball did not move on its own. Someone threw it. That person threw it because of the rules of a game, their training, their intentions, and the actions of others before them. If we trace this chain far enough, we eventually reach the beginning of the universe itself. In this sense, everything happening today could be the result of the initial conditions of the cosmos. This idea suggests that even our sense of control may be an illusion. We do not create our thoughts, we experience them as they arise. Similar questions about reality and perception were explored in many ancient cultures. The Chinese philosopher Zhuangzi once described a dream in which he became a butterfly, flying freely and joyfully. When he woke up, he wondered whether he was a man who had dreamed of being a butterfly, or a butterfly now dreaming that he was a man. This simple story captures the uncertainty of human experience. If dreams can feel completely real, how can we be certain that our waking world is not also a kind of illusion? This question has fascinated philosophers for centuries because it challenges the foundation of knowledge itself. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Plato presented another powerful metaphor. In his allegory of the cave, he imagined prisoners chained inside a dark cave. They could see only shadows projected on a wall, cast by objects passing in front of a fire behind them. Since they had never seen the real objects, they believed the shadows were reality. Plato argued that humans might be in a similar position, perceiving only a limited and distorted version of truth. Our senses may not reveal the true nature of reality, but instead provide a simplified representation shaped by our biology. As science and technology advanced, these philosophical questions gained new relevance. With the development of computers and digital simulations, researchers began to wonder whether reality itself might be artificial. The simulation hypothesis suggests that our universe could be a highly advanced virtual environment. Just as video games create entire worlds using mathematical rules, the universe might operate on underlying computational principles. In modern video games, the system does not generate every detail at once. Instead, it renders only the parts visible to the player, conserving resources. Some scientists have speculated that the universe might function in a similar way, where reality becomes defined only when observed. Quantum mechanics, The study of nature at the smallest scales has added to this mystery. In experiments such as the double-slit experiment, particles behave in ways that seem to contradict common sense. They appear to exist in multiple states simultaneously until they are measured. When observed, they behave as if they have chosen a single state. This strange behavior has led to debates about the role of observation in reality. While there is no scientific proof that consciousness creates reality, these findings challenge our classical understanding of the universe and open the door to new interpretations. Another intriguing idea comes from the limits of physics. The speed of light represents the maximum speed at which information can travel. Some thinkers have compared this limit to the processing speed of a computer. If the universe were a computational system, such a limit could reflect its architecture. Similarly, the structure of space and time might resemble the framework of a program. Although these ideas remain speculative, they continue to inspire scientific research and philosophical exploration. In recent decades, advances in artificial intelligence and virtual reality have brought these questions closer to everyday life. As simulations become more realistic, the possibility that we might one day create conscious virtual beings raises profound ethical and philosophical issues. If we can create simulated worlds, it becomes reasonable to ask whether we ourselves might exist inside a simulation created by a more advanced intelligence. This does not mean that the idea is true, but it highlights the limits of human knowledge and the vast possibilities of the future. Ultimately, the debate between free will and determinism, reality and simulation, remains unresolved. What matters most may not be the answer, but the impact of the question. Whether or not reality is a simulation, our experiences, relationships, and emotions feel real to us. The sense of choice and meaning gives structure to our lives. Even if our decisions are influenced by past events, the act of reflecting on these ideas expands our understanding of ourselves and the universe. Perhaps the most profound realization is that uncertainty is not a weakness but a strength. It drives curiosity, discovery, and progress. The mystery of existence has inspired philosophy, science, and art for thousands of years, and it continues to shape the future. So the next time you make a decision, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this truly my choice, or simply the next step in a cosmic chain of events? And if reality is a simulation, then the ultimate question may not be whether it is real, but what purpose we serve within it.